Hello everyone, this is Citizencon 2025, Blended Tech V5 presentation, Genesis.
We challenged ourselves to emulate nature in the most believable way, and not just on a planetary scale, but to our level of detail. With Genesis, we've made a complete paradigm shift to how we do things. Biomes are now created based on the physical data sets, with the assets being spawned whenever and wherever the correct criteria is found. So when you see a forest or a meadow, it's no longer because an artist painstakingly crafted it there. It's now because it simply wants to be there. It fits inside our rules. Genesis also ties into our other gameplay systems. Our new planets are built from the information we create for our different datasets, like height maps, humidity, temperature, soil type, soil amounts, geology erosion data, to name but a few. This means you can now tell where to find valuable minerals as the geology looks like it would be suitable for it. Where scree piles exist below sheer cliff faces, and where rocks have broken off over time due to erosion. Of course, these new tools still give us the ability to direct the look and feel we want. The attention to detail from the tallest mountain to the smallest flower is still our core DNA. With Genesis, we can now keep that detail-orientated mindset as we focus on the quality, and it provides the quantity. Now I'm going to hand you over to Will to go deeper into what we have built that allows Genesis to realize our vision. As a reminder, some of the visuals you'll see will evolve and change as we continue our technological development and hone in on the final look for Nyx.
Looks absolutely stunning, wow. So what is my issue with this? I think this is just pre-rendered. Has nothing to do with in-game graphics. Why am I saying this? Because CryEngine, Lumberyard, Star Engine has massive LOD issues. It's an old and obsolete engine. Doesn't matter if you have modified it CRG and call it now Star Engine. But we don't see any LOD issues in this most likely pre-rendered video that CRG showed us at Citizencon 2025. So I guess this is fake. And this is by far not the first video that CRG just faked. Remember Valsha promo video, CRG showed Reclaimer Claw in action. And later in IC we got this. And then 6 months later when we got Reclaimer Salvage, it is just another beam. CRG is very good at making faked videos that have nothing to do with the game. What are LOD issues? LOD stands for level of detail. Most games are working that way that things that are in a distance are low poly 2D graphics. When you get closer, the graphic changes to high resolution 3D graphics. Depending on the engine, this can be done in several steps. Here I have a few examples. This was a while ago, but this is still how the game works even now. A character is walking through the woods and you can see LOD pop-ins 2 or 3 meters in front of the character at walking speeds. Most games have issues with LOD, level of detail pop-ins, but CRG is something else. This is way worse than I ever have seen in any other game. Now you might say, this is old. Well, I have some footage from today. I'm flying with an arrow towards Rabin 141 and you can see all those pop-ins. I am not very fast. And it gets worse. Here I'm driving a Craighead PTV and you can see all those pop-ins like 2 or 3 meters in front of the PTV. So color me very skeptical that what CRT showed us at CitizenCon 2025 was in-game footage. I am not very convinced. Graphics 4K, everything high or very high. And here we have another very good posting by Stuart GT. Craze.Fool CRT on Blended V5 and CitizenCon sailed. Craze.Fool is working for CRT and he posted on r/Star Citizens Discord. Speaking from Blended side, we are happy not to have to deal with CitizenCon this year. Yeah, this year there won't be a CitizenCon, not even a 2-hour stream. It is a whole lot of work to put things in a state where we can show off the advancements, and many teams feel the same. I would like to modify this a little bit. It's a whole lot of work to make faked videos that have nothing to do with the game, I guess. Then he continues, but yeah, I also feel sad not to have that convention to show it all too, because it's the most rewarding part of the year too. You mean showing us faked videos? As for Blended V5 Genesis, it was announced for this year and we are barely on track. Well, he crossed out the barely, so I guess they are on track. As I mentioned, there's been a change of priority, so we are releasing it in a much more full state than we had planned to. And so later than we wanted. But hopefully you will soon have it in your hands. I am looking very forward to Blended V5 Genesis, and I will take a very close look at LOD pop-ins. And he continues, we want this too, obviously we are not the only team that is needed for it to come out through. Blended content, mission, gameplay, we are all doing our best to release things in a state where we don't have to update it after a few months just because we released it for the sake of releasing something. Okay, this is very funny coming from CRT. A game studio where the motto is reworks of reworks of reworks of reworks of reworks of reworks, because Chris and CRT never have a plan, never have a concept, never think in advance, and never think things through. So I should believe that this time you are doing it all fantastically correctly from the start. No, I don't believe you, crazed out fool. Maybe I'm wrong, and maybe CRT can pull it off, and we get Blended V5 Genesis with very fantastic graphics without any LOD pop-ins. If this is true, I will buy an Odin Crest. I guess this tells you how much confidence I have in this. The closest thing to the graphics CRT showed us at CitizenCon 2025 is Unreal 5.1 with nanites. But this costs massive performance. Color me very skeptical that CRT can pull this off with an old and obsolete engine. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye. Auf Wiedersehen. Okay, good job. And you can see ships have no mass. Fricker, what have you done? Okay. Hey, you're still here. You might want to join me on Twitter or on Blue Sky.